Ashvale village sat deep in the Carpathian Mountains. 200 people lived there. Farmers and shepherds mostly. They knew the forest was dangerous. Bears, wolves, the usual threats. But when children started disappearing, they realized something far worse was hunting them. The first child was 7-year-old Petra. She vanished while fetching water from the well. Her bucket found. Water spilled. Drag marks leading into the forest. Then 12-year-old Victor disappeared from his bedroom. Window smashed inward. Claw marks on the walls. Deep. Massive. The village elder was a woman named Nadia. She had lived 80 years in these mountains. She knew every legend, every story. When she saw the claw marks, her face went white. She whispered one word that made everyone freeze. Varcolac, the wolf demon. Nadia told the stories. Varcolac was not a normal wolf. It was massive. Size of a bear. Intelligence of a man. Speed of the wind. Legends said it hunted villages for sport. Taking children first. Then adults. It would not stop until everyone was dead or gone. The village carpenter was named Ruslan. Big man. Strong. He organized hunting parties. 20 men with rifles and torches entered the forest at dawn. They found tracks, enormous paw prints pressed deep into earth. Each print bigger than a dinner plate. They followed carefully. The forest grew darker as they walked. Trees thick. Ancient. The tracks led to a ravine. At the bottom they found bones. Dozens of skeletons. Human. Deer. Bear. All cracked open. Marrow sucked out. This thing had been hunting here for years. Maybe decades. A sound froze them. Deep growl. Resonating through the trees. Not one direction. Everywhere. The creature was circling them. Ruslan shouted orders. Form circle. Rifles out. Then they saw it. Moving between trees. Gray fur. Massive shoulders. Eyes like burning coals. It was studying them. The Varcolac attacked. Faster than anything that size should move. It grabbed the hunter. Dragged him screaming into the brush. Rifles fired. Bullets hit. The creature roared but did not fall. It vanished. Seconds later it took another man. Then another. Hunting them like prey. Only 8 men made it back to the village. Ruslan barely alive. Deep claw wounds across his chest. He told them the truth. Bullets did nothing. The creature was too fast. Too strong. Too smart. They could not fight it. They had to run. Abandon Ashvale. But leaving meant death too. Winter was coming. The roads through the mountains would freeze. Families with children could not make the journey. They were trapped. That night, the Varcolac entered the village. It crashed through a barn. Killed 6 sheep. Left them uneaten. A message. A stranger arrived the next morning. A woman on horseback. She wore hunting gear. Carried silver weapons. Her name was Katya Volkov. She said she was a hunter. Specialized in creatures like this. She had tracked the Varcolac for 3 years. Across 5 villages. Katya explained that Varcolac were real. Ancient predators. Nearly extinct now. This one was old. Experienced. It had destroyed 5 villages before Ashvale. 200 people total. She had failed to stop it every time. But she learned. Adapted. This time would be different. She told them silver worked. Not perfectly. But it hurt the creature. Slowed it. The previous villages failed because they fought separately. Individuals. But Varcolac hunted like wolves. Pack tactics. Coordination. To beat it, Ashvale had to become a pack too. United. They prepared for 3 days. Katya trained them. Not as hunters. As soldiers. They fortified the village. Built barricades. Sharpened stakes. Melted silver jewelry and coins into bullets. Even the elderly and children helped. Ashvale became a fortress. Everyone had a role. Katya set the trap. The Varcolac was smart. It would not attack fortifications directly. But it was also proud. Territorial. She took Ruslan and 4 others. They entered the forest. Found the ravine again. And they took the bones. All of them. Stealing the creature's kills. They piled the bones in the village square. Burned them. The smoke and smell would carry for miles. An insult. A challenge. Katya said the Varcolac would come tonight. Enraged. Reckless. That was when they had a chance. When rage overcame intelligence. That was the window. Night fell. The village waited. Every person at their position. Rifles loaded with silver bullets. Torches lit. Children and elderly in the church. The strongest building. Ruslan stood beside Katya at the main gate. His wounds still bleeding through bandages. But he would not rest. The howl came at midnight. Not a normal wolf howl. Deeper. Longer. Full of rage and intelligence. It echoed through the mountains. Windows rattled. Children cried. The howl went on for a full minute. Then silence. Everyone heard it clearly. The Varcolac was coming. It hit the north barricade first. The sound of impact like a car crash. Wood splintering. The creature was bigger than Katya had described. 8 feet tall at the shoulder. Muscles like iron. Gray fur matted with old blood. Its eyes found Katya. Recognition. Old enemy. Rifles fired. Silver bullets hit its shoulder. Leg. Chest. The Varcolac roared. Not howling. Roaring like a bear. It retreated. But not fleeing. Circling. Testing defenses. It charged the east wall. Villagers fired. It dodged. Faster than their aim. It was learning their patterns already. It found a weakness. The southwest corner where old wood rotted. It crashed through. Into the village. Chaos erupted. People screaming. Running. But Katya screamed louder. Hold positions. Do not scatter. The plan. Remember the plan. Villagers steadied. Formed firing lines. The Varcolac grabbed a man. Lifting him like a toy. Ruslan fired. Silver bullet hit the creature's front leg. It dropped the villager. Turned on Ruslan. Charged. Ruslan stood his ground. Fired again. Again. Each bullet slowing it slightly. But it kept coming. Jaws wide. Katya ran. Slid beneath the creature. Drove her silver knife up into its belly. The Varcolac screamed. A sound that shattered windows. It tried to bite her. She rolled away. The creature stumbled. First time showing real pain. Silver in its flesh. Burning. But the Varcolac was not done. It adapted. Changed tactics. It ran to the church. Where the children hid. 30 kids inside with the elderly. The creature knew. It had been listening. Learning. This was not just a beast. This was a thinking monster. Using hostages. Katya screamed no. She ran. But the Varcolac was faster. It crashed against the church doors. Heavy oak. Built centuries ago. The wood held. Barely. The creature slammed again. Cracks appeared. Inside, children screamed. Nadia the elder stood between them and the door, praying. Ruslan made a choice. He grabbed a torch, soaked himself in lamp oil, set himself on fire, and charged the Varcolac. Burning, screaming, the creature turned, shocked. Ruslan tackled it. Away from the church, they rolled together. Fire spreading. The smell of burning fur. The Varcolac threw Ruslan off. The big man hit a wall, not moving. But the creature's fur was burning. It ran, trying to escape the flames. Katya saw her chance. She rallied everyone. All of you. Fire arrows. Now. 30 arrows lit. 30 arcs of flame. The arrows hit. The Varcolac became a living torch. It ran wild, crashing through buildings, spreading fire. The village was burning. But so was the creature. It ran for the forest, for water, for escape. Katya grabbed a rifle. One silver bullet left. She aimed. She breathed. Aimed. Fired. The silver bullet flew true. It hit the Varcolac in the back of its skull. The creature stumbled. Fell. Slid 20 feet from momentum. And finally, after 6 villages, after 300 deaths, after 3 years of hunting, it stopped moving. The villagers rushed to fight the fires. They saved half the buildings, lost half, but they were alive. Katya walked to the Varcolac. It was still burning. She watched it until nothing remained but bones. Making sure, absolutely sure. Then she collapsed, crying. Finally over. They checked on Ruslan. Still breathing. Barely. Burns covered 60% of his body. They carried him gently to the medical station. Nadia worked on him through the night, using old remedies, herbs, prayers. At dawn, his eyes opened. He whispered, "Did we win?" Katya held his hand, told him yes, they won. Ruslan smiled, then slept. He would survive. Scarred forever, but alive. The next day, they cremated the Varcolac bones, ground the ashes, scattered them in 6 different rivers, making sure it could never return, never be whole again. Ashvale rebuilt. It took months, but they did it together. The children who survived grew up knowing they had faced a monster and won. Not through individual strength, through unity. Katya stayed through winter, helping rebuild, teaching them, making them stronger. In spring, Katya prepared to leave. She had taught them everything. They were ready now. The villagers gathered. They offered her a home. Stay. Become one of us. Katya smiled. But she shook her head. There were other villages. Other creatures. Her hunt continued. But she accepted one gift. A silver pendant. Melted from the coins they had used for bullets. Shaped like a wolf. She wore it always. A reminder. Of the village that stood. Of the man who burned. Of the people who became a pack. Ruslan walked her to the village edge. Leaning on a cane. His scars visible. But he stood tall. He thanked her. She thanked him. 2 warriors who had faced hell. They shook hands. Then Katya rode away. Down the mountain. Toward the next hunt. 3 months later. A letter arrived in Ashvale. From Katya. She had found another Varcolac. In the Ural Mountains. Threatening a mining town. But she was not facing it alone anymore. She had found others. Hunters like her. Building a network. An organization. The letter asked for volunteers. People trained in fighting monsters. Who knew what real battle meant. Who could teach others. Ruslan read it twice. He looked at his wife. His children. They nodded. 3 days later, 5 villagers from Ashvale rode out. Ruslan leading them. They joined Katya in the Urals. Together with other survivors from other villages, they formed the Order of the Silver Wolf. Not soldiers. Not police. Hunters. Protecting villages too remote for help. Fighting things the modern world pretended did not exist. The monsters. Over the next decade, the order grew. 50 members. Then 100. They saved villages across Eastern Europe. Learned about different creatures. Developed weapons. Tactics. Shared knowledge. What started in Ashvale became a movement. Protection for the forgotten places. But the creatures adapted too. They began hunting in packs. Coordinating. Some even learned it to avoid silver. Evolution. The order realized the war would never truly end. New threats. New challenges. But they were ready. Ashvale had taught them. Unity was strength. Years passed. Ruslan became the order commander. His scars a badge of honor. His children grew up in the organization. Learning. Training. The cycle continuing. Katya remained in the field. Older now. Gray hair. But still hunting. Still fighting. Still protecting. Ashvale became famous among remote villages. The place that stood. That fought back. That won. Other villages sent their young people to train there. Learn from the survivors. Nadia before she died. Passed on all the old stories. Making sure knowledge survived. The original Varcolac was not the last. But it was the first they beat. The blueprint. Every hunter in the order studied that battle. Learned from it. The tactics. The sacrifice. The unity. Ashvale was not just a village anymore. It was a symbol. Today, the Order of the Silver Wolf still operates. Quiet. Secret. Protecting villages the world ignores. Fighting monsters nobody believes in. Started by survivors who refused to run. Who chose to stand. Who proved that humans with courage and unity can defeat anything. Even demons.